everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the Alberta Infant Motor Scale. This is Kate, our student, physical therapist, and my name's Chrissy. I'm a physical therapist. And Kate, have you ever heard of the Alberta Infant Motor Scale?
Yeah, I've heard it in class.
Okay. We're going to be talking a little bit more about it and learning how to administer it. It's actually a test to assess motor development. Just looking for developmental delays along with developmental sequence. And making sure the infant is reaching their motor milestones.
Okay, now is that good for any child, or what's the population?
It's actually a child 0 to 18 months, and it's administered before they can walk.
Okay. All right, so can you get started? What do we have to do the first thing?
The first things we need to remember are that strictly observation only, okay? We are going to be watching the baby in 4 different positions,
Yep.
all right? We'll go through them,
Okay.
so you'll find out which positions those are. And we score the baby based on what we see, okay? We can prompt the baby into the positions, but we can't facilitate them to stay in those positions, okay? And if the parent is present, then they can do that, okay?
Any supplies we need to set up?
We actually need a large mat. We need some toys, to keep the baby's attention.
Okay, sure.
And we need a grading sheet. This is right here.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, so what are we looking for? What do we need to document?
Well, we will be using this sheet here, and as I said before, there's 4 positions we'll be observing: prone, supine, sitting, and standing, okay? So we're going to look at one position at a time. So for example, we'll start with prone first, and what we need to do is we need to observe the child in this position and identify the least mature item that they can do. So let's say, for example, it's this one, okay? And then we observe them for about 5 minutes in that position, and we look for the most mature item that they can do. So we'll say it's this one, just for example, okay? So between this one and this one is called the window of current skills, all right? So each item in this window needs to be scored, either with an O for observed or an NO for not observed, okay?
Okay, so we're going to give the baby a point for each position that we see them get into, right?
Well, actually, it's a little more complicated than that. As you can see, the window I indicated earlier, there are there's 2 items that are outside of the window to the left, and that is earlier in the developmental sequence, so that baby gets automatic point for those items. Now, with regard to the window, the baby gets a point for every item that is observed that has an O. All right, for this example, we'll say that we did observe this one, and then obviously this is the most mature we observed. As you can see, the item that is indicated with a not observed, the baby gets 0 points, okay? So what happens with each position, we go through and we add up all the points that the baby gets and we total it.
Sure.
Okay? This will become more clear when we do the actual assessment in a couple of minutes with the baby that's here today.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here today with our 8-month-old baby. All right, so we're going to get right into the first position, which is prone. All right, I'm going to, like I said before, I can assist her into that position, but I'm not going to do anything after that, okay? All right, baby, so here we go. We're going to get you prone. Good. Oh, she has a flat back here. Her knees are under her pelvis. It's good, and she's creeping. Very good. All right, Kate, would you like to help me score this position?
Sure, yep. So the first one we're seeing here is this one, right?
Actually, don't be fooled. Remember, there's a little description under each item. This one says that they have some lumbar lordosis, and as you remember from when we were doing the actual assessment, I said that they had a flat back, okay? So this would actually be the least mature item that we observed, and the reciprocal creeping would be the most mature item we observed. So this would be our window for the prone position, okay? So we put an O here for observed. We didn't observe baby doing this, so we would put a not observed on that, and then an observed at reciprocal creeping. We can assume that baby can do everything to the left of the least mature item that we saw. So we would give each item a point, okay? And when I'm done with this, we will score the prone position by how many points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20 points total for the prone position. Now we're going to put baby in the second position, supine. So as I said before, you can facilitate the position. I'm going to lay baby back slowly and see what she does. Oh wow, she moved her hips first and then her upper body, so they moved separately. That was great. All right, so now we need to grade the supine position. So looking at the items here, it looks like baby was able to do this last item, rolling supine to prone with rotation, with trunk rotation. Notice again, by reading the descriptions, I was able to differentiate between the two rollings. This is as one unit, and this is dissociated between the upper and lower trunks. So baby gets a point for this one.
Okay, so now where's the window for this one?
There's actually no window for this one. If the baby can do the most mature item that's listed, it is assumed that the baby can do all items before that. So then we just add them all up, and I believe it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Good.
So baby gets 9 for the supine position. The next position we're going to do is in sitting, okay? So first thing we're going to do, as you can see, baby can sit without arm support. She's having a blast with the toy. Next we're going to see if she can reach the toy with some trunk rotation. So I'm going to use the toy to facilitate that. Oh good, baby's doing it. Now I'm going to try to bring it in front of her and see if she can go into the prone position with it. It doesn't look like she's able to even change the position. All right, Kate, do you want to try scoring this yourself?
Sure. Okay, so it looks like sitting with support. She had no support, so sitting without arm support here. And then she was able to reach with the trunk control. So, but she couldn't move forward, right? So
That's right.
Our window would have been just these two, so we have observed these two.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so she's going to get a point for each of those, and then a point for each of the ones before that.
Yep.
Okay, good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Okay, the last position we'll be doing is standing. Okay, so I'm going to actually take the baby's toy to see if she can pull herself to stand. Can you come up, baby? Come up. Good. Can you rotate out this way? Oh, good job. Take it away, Kate.
Okay, so for the standing then, she was able to pull up, and we saw her kind of shift weight side to side as she went to reach the toy, and she had the upper trunk rotation, right? So we observed all 3 of these, and so she's going to get a point for each one of those, and a point for these 2 over here. 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's got 6 for this position. Okay, so we're going to add these up, right? So we have 29, 9, and 6. So that's 20, 29, 38, and 44. So what do we do once we find out that it's 44?
All right, so we fold this back up, and we need to look at the back of this, okay? So what we do, we first draw a line up where baby's age is, 8 months, and then we got 44 points. So we draw a line horizontally that indicates the 44 points, okay? So now we're looking at a graph of percentiles. So at this point where the 2 lines meet, the baby is just above. If you look at the dotted line, it's very close to the 75th percentile, which is good for baby to be at this point. If baby had been lower in points, she would have fallen into a lesser percentile, and that would have indicated a poor prognosis on her developmental abilities with regard to motor milestones. Okay, Kate, so that's how you do the Alberta Intermotor Scale. Any questions?
No, I think that sounds good.
Did you learn a lot today?